they decided to be like Fios and just stop working randomly. At least 2 or 3 times a day, it'll just stop working. We're fucking back, finally. Episode 41, after I think 9 months off, we are finally back.
Wow, you're so out of rhythm, you didn't even do the intro.
I don't even know how to do this anymore. What intro? We don't have an intro.
I don't want to go on a rant here.
Oh, I didn't. You're right.
Oh my God. We're falling apart.
I think I'm just I have no interest in doing this podcast anymore. Once you get 2 weeks off, I've lost complete interest. So I think we're just gonna stop. Maybe I don't do the intro anymore. Maybe we change it up.
No, the intro is the best part. It's so disappointing.
I had it queued up too. I was all ready. And then I was sitting here waiting for you. You weren't here on time, so I got distracted.
Wasn't here on time. I logged in at 1:01. I said 1-ish. You said 1-ish.
1 o'clock. I sent you the link. I sent you the link at 12:52.
Oh, 12:52. Yeah, and I got on at 1:01.
Come on, you gotta check your Twitter messages. I know you get notifications.
1-ish, you said 1-ish.
No, you said 1-ish. That means 1 o'clock. We're not starting at 1:15. We never start at 1:15. We start at 1 o'clock,
in
2
my
o'clock,
defense,
3 o'clock.
Your text said you're available anytime after 1. So 1:01 is after 1. You're welcome.
No,
boom, I win.
Boom,
roasted.
All right, I'm ending the broadcast. I legitimately have no interest in doing this podcast anymore. You ruined it for me. You started working again, and then you got sick. And we had to take a week
COVID
off.
ruined me.
We had such a fucking streak going.
COVID ruined me. We got to get the streak going again.
We had such a streak going of 39 weeks in a row. All right, I'll do the intro now. Maybe I'll just start rambling and then do the intro randomly.
I don't want to go on a rant here. What the hell does rant mean?
Yeah, so episode 41 is very close to finding our voice, but we have to first lose it, which we just completely did.
Well, actually, when I had COVID, I pretty much did lose my voice. I was literally 30 seconds of talking. I would just start hacking up a lung. And still day 14, still COVID positive, baby.
I still don't think I've ever gotten it. And if I did, I only took one test and then started feeling better. So I don't think I've gotten it yet.
I hope you don't. It was pretty, I still think I had a mild case, but it sucked. Because even now, if I try to work out and my heart rate gets above 130, I feel like somebody's squeezing my rib cage.
Didn't sound like a mild case at all.
It was awful. At least I didn't end up in the hospital or anything. And Kate, who got it first, she was better after 6 days. She still doesn't have her sense of taste, though. I mean, that's the worst.
That's why I don't want to get it. People are like, it's not a big. I don't want to lose my sense of taste. Get the fuck out of here.
She didn't fully lose it. She can still taste some things. It's just very dulled. When my brother and mother got it, it took them 3 months before their taste came back.
Yeah,
Actually, no, it took 3 months for my brother's taste to come back. My mother, 4 months later, says everything tastes like metal. I'm like, how the fuck do you know what metal tastes like?
What happens if you're, come on, you never touch coins and then
can't say I have.
something and touching your hand? Yeah, you definitely have. You know what metal tastes like.
I know the smell of metal. Is that what it tastes like?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm sure you, oh yeah, here, pay for my French fries, and then you get your fry and you lick your finger and it's like, oh, it tastes like fucking quarter. It tastes like fucking Washington. Yeah, that's why I don't want it. People are at work, they're like, you're not getting another booster, are you? And I'm like, if I can.
You could now. You could make an appointment now and get it.
It's so much misinformation. They're like, the boosters are making you unhealthy. But could you imagine if you didn't have the vaccine? If you got hit that hard with it, you probably would have been fucked.
I have a heart condition, for God's sakes. I would have died.
I don't want to go on a rant here, but I'm going to get I probably will get the booster. I'm not in a rush for it. I don't wear a mask anymore. I'm over the mask. Nobody needs to wear a mask anymore. So nobody's doing it. I held on for a while, grocery store, at the mall. I'd still wear a mask. I don't even carry one anymore.
I still wear it when I go to the grocery store and stuff.
It's just so annoying because I have to clean my glasses first with the fucking no fog spray.
That's at least the benefit I have. I don't wear glasses, so I don't have to worry about that extra stuff.
I'm fucking over that. But if I was going to the mall for a few hours, maybe I would do it. But if I'm just going there to grab food, I'm not wearing a mask.
I mean, Kate and I are going on vacation next month, so at least now we should be COVID protected from hopefully getting COVID, getting on a plane and stuff.
Yeah, I have no idea how that works anymore. You're supposed to be immune for at least 90 days or something, but who the fuck knows?
Yeah, as long as give me at least more than 30 days and I'm happy.
Yeah, I have no idea anymore. The CDC guidelines are a joke now, so.
Because now we have to wait because we got it at the beginning of September. We have to wait 90 days to be able to get our boosters. So the first week of December, we can get our boosters if we want to do.
Like you can show up to work COVID positive. It seems like everything we've done the last 2 years, and we're just like, really?
It's bullshit. Like literally
You can
after
work-
5 days, I could have gone back to work wearing a mask if I had to go. If I wasn't working from home, I was still fucking symptomatic. I was still contagious. Like that's just, it's ridiculous to me. It's
Yeah, the person who walked across to me, she was still positive. She was wearing her mask, but I was like, what the fuck is this? I guess
insane.
I guess they were just like sick of people bitching, because I can't see any other logical explanation why. Yeah, you're still positive. You can go into work. Like what?
Yeah, after 5
You're
days,
still
they think you're not
contagious.
as contagious or whatever. But then after you're no longer positive, they want you to wear a mask for like days 6 through 10.
It's not even like you're not showing symptoms. It's just like, well, it's been 5 days. Just you're fine. Just go back in. Like what?
It's insane. Like I know honestly right now, I'm day 14. I'm still COVID positive. I know I'm not contagious anymore, but the fact that still on rapid antigen tests, I'm still testing positive is fucking insane to me.
But if you're positive, shouldn't you just be contagious the whole time?
No, you shouldn't.
You
after a
still
certain
have
number
it.
of days, like the viral load is no longer like you're not able to spread it anymore, apparently.
Since when? Really? Because if
Yes, it's
I hung
always-
out with you right now and you coughed, I'd fucking probably get it.
No, you wouldn't.
You sure? Is it
Pretty
100%
positive.
proof?
Pretty positive. I'm pretty positive I still have COVID.
I feel like that's not 100% accurate though. Like you could still get it.
I'm
just
even past the point of having to wear a mask now because I'm past day 10. Technically, I could just go out in public without a mask, which is just no, I wouldn't. Can't.
That's just dumb.
I need to get my hair cut badly, and I'm scared to even go do that because they have to take part of my mask off to shave my head, and I don't want to do that to somebody.
They shouldn't have to. What do you wear, a fucking like Kadarius Toney head thing?
Well, I wear the mask around like a normal
they
mask.
they can pull it down a little bit.
They always pull the place I go. They literally pull it off so my mask comes off. I'm like, you're kind of defeating the purpose there, buddy.
Tell them not to. Speak up, you pussy.
Well, I'm a big pussy.
Fucking God. I don't even know what the fuck we have left. I have a couple of chocolate bars to taste, but I don't know what the unusual death was. Not that I remember anyway, but it's been 6 weeks.
Oh, it's been 2 weeks. Shut up. The unusual death was actually a recent one, which actually was a benefit because I found a couple news articles in the last 2 weeks about it, which was helpful. It was last month in August. A 65-year-old guy at the Highland Games in the Netherlands was hit by a hammer throw and died.
That idiot.
Yeah, so
the idiot who threw it.
So literally, this guy just had honestly the worst fucking luck on the face of the earth. So the guy was not even watching the Highland Games. He was touring the Dutch castle where the Highland Games were happening.
There can be only one.
The 65-year-old Geldrop local, after being hit by a metal ball used at a sporting event, he was touring the Geldrop Castle. They did not release his name.
Uh-huh.
He was touring the Geldrop Castle Gardens in the southeastern Netherlands when the ball went over a wall and struck him, killing him instantly.
I wonder if the family's going to end up suing the guy or the games.
I would sue the games. I don't think the player himself is liable.
They're probably going to put him in the lawsuits. You see stupid shit like that all the time. Total accident.
So quotes
in a lawsuit
of people said the pendulum dropped. We saw the ball go over the hedge, and then we heard a woman screaming very loudly. It wasn't a spectator, so he didn't see the ball coming at all. He's just walking like, oh, look at that pretty flower. Boom, dead.
I'm trying to. Where the fuck were these games being held? That they fucking anywhere near people who aren't watching the games. It went over a wall. You said
went over a hedge.
Oh, that's terrible.
The throwing event is a traditional part of the Highland Game. Involves a competitor swinging a hammer around their head before letting go and seeing how far it reaches.
Yeah.
The organizer of it said we're flabbergasted that something like this can happen. The guy actually said flabbergasted.
Why not maybe learn how to do it better, dude?
According to witnesses, the athlete who threw the ball was one of the top competitors in the sport.
Guess not. Knocked him down a few world ranking points.
So it says that a medevac helicopter and other emergency services sent to the scene were unable to save the man since he was, pretty much killed instantly. Police are investigating the incident.
Yeah, what a waste of police resources. He threw the ball over the fucking hedge.
And it hit him in the head. It's not murder. It's just a horrible tragedy.
Unless it was a plan by his wife.
Really good aim then. That guy really is the top competitor.
Here's $100. Let's just give it a shot. Just throw it over the hedge. I'll get him in the right spot.
Can you even imagine that? You're just walking around not expecting anything. That something just
that's how I want to go. I don't want to know it's coming. Just boom, dead.
Don't you just want to die in your sleep though? Wouldn't that be more beneficial than getting hit by?
Yeah, but if I had to choose, just all of a sudden right to the head. He probably wasn't even in pain. Didn't even register yet dead. That's the way to go.
I don't know. Like I don't want to die. I hope they eventually, make me immortal.
No, there can be only one. This was the Highlander games, right? Who
It
won?
was.
Christopher Lambert?
Did you ever watch the TV show Highlander? I always liked it. Adrian Paul.
No.
The movie came before the TV show. But...
Yeah, I want to watch the rest. I haven't seen those movies in a while. Like there's, I think, 3 movies.
I don't think I've seen them in 25 years. At least.
I gotta see if I can watch those. Where are they? Let's see. Watch Highlander.
Wasn't the guy that was in that movie? Wasn't he Raiden in Mortal Kombat?
Chris, he was in the first Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's free on Pluto TV and Vudu. Oh, it's on HBO Max. Interesting. Let's try Highlander 2. That one's on Tubi and Pluto and Vudu for free.
I've never heard of Vudu.
It's basically the same thing. And then Highlander 3, of course, way more obscure. It's apparently on Hulu, but I never know if the Hulu is like you can get it or you have to pay for a different tier. And it's also on the Roku channel, Sling. Just if you're gonna get one of the fucking movies, just get the whole goddamn series. Like it pisses me off.
I have to go 7 different places to try to watch
just
it.
Give me I'm pretty sure Scream had like one obscure one that wasn't on where all the other ones are. I'm like, this is fucking dumb.
As we were just talking about Highlander, can I segue into the new TV show that's coming out next year?
About Highlander?
It's not about Highlander. It's going to be on Peacock. You might actually know this. I just learned this. Did you know that it's starring Scott Grimes, who was he's the voice of Kevin Swanson in Family Guy. He's the voice of the son in American Dad.
Dexter, Charles in Charge alum. I love Scott Grimes. He follows me on Twitter.
He was in Charles in Charge?
Yeah, he was a kid. He was in I think 1 or 2 episodes.
I know he was in ER, he was in Party of 5, but it's starring him and Seth MacFarlane. It's set in 1993. After the opening sequence of the first film, the series depicts the early life of a sentient teddy bear named Ted as he lives with John Bennett and his family in Massachusetts.
I still have never seen Ted 2.
Really? Ted 2 I actually liked better than the original.
And I never saw it.
And yeah, they filming began in August. They're doing an 8-episode first season. It's going to be on Peacock.
I just can't imagine I just have no interest in it. I do like Scott Grimes though. Let's see.
Seth MacFarlane is writing the show too.
Yeah, how about you go back to writing Family Guy?
Well, he's too busy with that in the Orville, which Scott Grimes is also in the Orville.
Christopher Lambert was also in Highlander, the 4th one, Endgame, and then I think there was somebody new. There was one in 2007 that came out. What? That was Adrian Paul.
Adrian Paul was in the movie. All right.
Highlander 5, The Source.
The source of what?
Just The Source. And then who was the star of the TV show? I know that guy. I think he was in John
Adrian
Wick.
Paul.
He was in the movie and the show?
He was the star of the show. I didn't know he was in any of the movies, but he was the star of he was Duncan MacLeod in Highlander the series.
Yeah, he was also in the 5th one.
Loved that show.
And nobody else seemed to. Although it did last like 5 years, it looked like.
Yeah, it was on like 5 or 6 years. They probably had like 120 episodes or so.
Highlander the series. Always got to beat a fucking dead horse. Can't just leave shit alone.
I'm surprised they have not
That also came out. That also came out before the 5th movie. So they did this stupid show after the 4th movie, and then when the show got canceled, like a decade later, they decided to do another movie. Yeah, no idea. I'm pretty sure I've seen at least up to Endgame. I don't think I've seen The Source. Never even heard of it.
I don't think I saw after the original with Christopher Lambert. When did that come out? Like 85 or 86?
I think it was before that. Yeah, 86. You had to have seen the rest of them.
I don't think I did. I watched the TV series because my mom used to watch it.
Yeah, 91, 95, 2000, 2007. I think he dies in early in the fourth one, and then somebody else takes over.
Wait, did you know that they're
Oh, Adrian Paul is also in the fourth one, so he probably takes over somewhere in that movie.
Did you know that
Highlander chat. This is what we came back.
they're
to.
making another film? It's going to be Highlander: The Reckoning.
Is Sean Connery going to be in it?
He wishes. Dave Bautista was cast as the Kurgan in February 2015.
One of these fucking developmental hell movies.
Henry Cavill was in talks to have a lead role in the reboot as of May 2021.
Ooh, that would have been good.
So it's still like the script is done. It's just in developmental hell, I think.
It's never going to happen. I don't know if we.
I feel like now if they came to Batista and was like, hey, we're getting this Highlander movie, he's like, I'm a little bit too above that now.
Where have you been? It's August 8th. Highlander remake with Henry Cavill is closer than we've ever been, says Chad Skaliski. Whatever the
closer
fuck that
than
guy
we've
is.
ever been, as opposed to not having it. Now it might happen.
They're closer than they've ever been. So like 5 years ago when they were like, yeah, I think we have Batista. Henry Cavill as Highlander, I'd be on board with that. Then we can get the Highlander versus Superman spin-off where he just plays both.
Can Batman get involved too?
Only if it's Ben Affleck.
The Michael Keaton version and the Ben Affleck version. Then they'll fucking get Val Kilmer too. Get him in a fat suit.
I'd rather see anybody but fucking Ben Affleck. No, thank you. Give me Christian Bale again. Although he turned down $50 million to play Batman again, so I don't think he's going to do it. Although if they offered him like 5-10% of the gross, how do you say no to that?
If you're just overplaying the character, he seems like the kind of person that would say no.
But it's been so long. We'll give you 10% of like $2 billion.
It's been what? It's been a decade, right? 2012 was when it came out, wasn't it?
How do you not play that again? Come on. All right, I have to eat. I just figured out that this chocolate bar is white chocolate, so I have to get rid of this quickly.
White chocolate is the worst.
Fan. The Tedeli. It is just says white chocolate, shape bar, type chocolate. Thank you for the fucking detail.
That really is helpful, isn't it?
Looks like a polar bear shit. I wonder if it's just white chocolate coated over chocolate or like it's white chocolate on the inside too. We'll find out.
That does not look remotely appetizing.
It's just coated in white chocolate, so it could be worse.
Doesn't look remotely appetizing to me.
That's actually not bad. Because the inside has got a lot of other shit in it. It's got stuff with chocolate. If this was just straight white chocolate, no. And it's got nuts in it too, I think. Change the color. That I can remember to do that. But more details. Come on. You're not giving me like any details of what the fuck I'm eating. No reviews, no description, whatever.
Yeah, I can't find anything.
That's actually not bad. I was expecting that to be garbage.
I am not a white chocolate guy whatsoever.
If you just gave that to me, you can't even taste the white chocolate. Well, like my eyes closed, I would have never guessed white chocolate. Then there's this fucking thing. La Viva. Delicious gourmet chocolate lava on top of a cocoa biscuit covered with milk chocolate. Premium quality chocolate. This lovely looking taste bomb. Fuck yeah.
Taste bomb. All right.
Let's cleanse the palate.
I'm interested in this taste bomb that you're going to have.
Oh, I like the shape of it.
Penis.
It does look like a fucking
without the ball.
Shove up your ass. All right, let's give this taste bomb a try. Tastes a little bit like an Oreo.
Really?
That's pretty good. I don't know if it's a taste bomb, but you get a little hint of Oreo. That's good. All right. This one has a review from, I'm not going to pronounce that name. This is so delicious. Definitely wasn't what I expected, but make sure you have some milk or water with you when you eat it. Super sweet. It's not really that sweet.
Who'd want to have water with it though?
Cleanse your palate because it's sweet. I wouldn't be dipping my chocolate bars in milk. I can just eat the chocolate. That's good. I'm running out of stuff to try though. I think I have more little chocolate bars from like Australia. All right, that's 2 for 2. Oh, good.
Where was that white chocolate bar from? Did it say?
These are both from Turkey.
Turkey. Big go Turkey.
All right, that's it. This is just going to be a taste test channel from now on. All right, we haven't done a bracket in like 9 weeks. Randy sent me one recently, so I've got 8. All right. No, I don't want that one. All right, you know more about this, so we'll do the best hangover moves.
There isn't a hangover move that actually works, so all these are crap.
It's the best. It doesn't say the best hangover cures. It just says the best hangover moves. The 1 seed, sleeping.
Fair enough.
Versus 16, which I don't know how many people do this with a hangover, a cold water plunge.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't think that's really readily available to a lot of people, unless you like fill up your bathtub.
Or just jump in a cold shower. That doesn't really do anything. I'd go sleeping.
8 versus 9 seed, dinner food or diner food versus puking. It's a picture of Stewie from the Epicac.
All right, so those are both poorly seeded. They should be much higher seeds. So I'm curious what the 2, 3, and 4 seeds would be. I would say probably, well, not even diner food. You need something greasy food. So yeah, diner food, I guess. Sometimes when you're drunk, you just crave something fatty and fried.
But does that help with the? How does that help with the hangover though?
It soaks up the alcohol.
But you're not hangover. You're not still drunk. You're just feeling the effects of being drunk.
It soaks up the acids and stuff. So it could help. It doesn't, but it could.
Yeah, I feel like puking would help more though, wouldn't it?
Not necessarily. It just, oh God.
I don't feel like either of these would be good. If like you have a hangover, I don't really want to go eat. I just want to like sit there and do nothing.
Well, a lot of times when you're hungover, you should have like toast or something too, because it's bland and it helps soak up the stomach acids. And
that's like if you're sick too. That's neither one of those are winning anyway, so I'll just whatever. I don't really care. 5 versus 12. 12 is basically the same as 8, but 5 is Revitalite. I don't know what the fuck that is. Is that some sort of like hydration drink?
Revital what?
Revitalite versus the 12 seed of fast food. Why? How lazy are you to put diner food and fast food? It's all food, all greasy.
Yes. But basically, Revitalite is a rehydration thing. It's electrolytes, basically.
You'd think that would be the number 1 fucking seed. Like
it's basically it's like Pedialyte.
So I'm gonna go with that then. What the fuck? I hate this already. 4 and 13 seed. Nipple top Gatorade. I don't know why that's any different from. Like, do they even make that kind of top anymore?
I haven't seen that in a Gatorade in ever.
And then 13 seed. Deleting social media posts from the night before. How's that curing your hangover?
Those are both stupid, but also why does a nipple top Gatorade matter any more than just taking the cap off and drinking a Gatorade?
I'm not even gonna.
Which also, if we're gonna do nipple top Gatorade, that should be part of the 5 seed because it's all fucking electrolytes. So this is the worst bracket they've ever done.
And then here we go with more food. The 3 seed is a bacon, egg, and cheese versus the 14 seed ginger ale. I feel like ginger ale is just a cure for everything.
The ginger ale helps because of the ginger in it, but also once again, bacon, egg, and cheese goes with the fast food, goes with the diner food. Fuck off, Barstool.
And then 6 and 11, drinking water versus shitting. I mean, is your hangover including a stomach ache? Like,
yeah, I would. Drinking water is going to help with that.
Number 7 versus 10. You think this 7 seed would at least be a 2? Taking pain relievers, so like, oh, I have a hangover, headache, let me take some fucking Tylenol, versus laying down in the shower.
So you're gonna drown?
Face first into the shower, and you fucking cover the plug with your fucking taint. So the fucking bat, like, I hate this.
This is one of the worst brackets. Obviously, Advil is going to win that one.
Here's number 2. Keep drinking.
No, that's stupid. Because they're not hungover if you're still drunk.
Technically that works. And then it's a picture of Scott Hansen watching sports. Is that really going to cure your hangover?
No,
it's going to make your head hurt more.
Yeah, it's going to make your head hurt more as the fast action of the game.
Out of all of those, the only logical ones are sleeping, drinking anything like water or hydration shit, and then Tylenol. So like that's a 3-way. I'm deleting this.
This is the worst one. I think, if we got down to a fatal 4-way, it'd be sleeping, the electrolytes, drinking water, and having Advil.
I'm not even gonna fucking like add that to the description of what we did, but we'll do this one. The best compliments. Number 1 seed. Any guesses?
No, I got nothing.
Hey, huge cock, but no. I think this might be my winner already, and I haven't seen any of the other ones. You're funny. Number 1 seed. That is the best compliment. Somebody said that to me at work, and I was like, that's like the best thing I've ever heard anybody ever say to me. That's the best thing you could tell somebody. I don't care. You're a piece of shit human, but you're funny. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, number 16 seed is a goddamn paragraph. I don't care.
It lost. It instantly lost. Doesn't even matter.
I don't care that you got your ass beat by Taiwan Claxton in 2014. You bumped up a weight class, and that was gutsy as hell. I don't know what the fuck that's from. Is that a movie? Was that like a real life thing that somebody said and it was a viral video? I don't know what the fuck that means. When you look up Taiwan, Taywan Claxton.
He is a former amateur wrestler. He most notably competed in Bellator.
Oh wow, not even UFC.
Yeah, he moved up weight classes. Good for him.
He lost. Sorry.
Yeah, in a 2014 duel against Kent State, Claxton defeated Kyle Bauer via 8-2 decision. Bauer wrestling up the weight class.
Are you really like going on to like personal individual compliments that other people have gotten and not just general comments?
Yes.
Like, what the fuck? Get out of here. No.
Bauer wrestling up the weight class.
I don't care. Stop. I don't care.
That's the dumbest fucking thing.
Well, this is another terrible brand. The 8 seed. He's got that dog in him. Okay.
Oh my god, I hate when people say that. So
like that's fine. The number 9 seed. Your bussy, which I assume they just didn't want to write pussy for some reason, doesn't smell like fish loaf. I hate it here. What?
Oh my god, we took 2 weeks off and the fucking brackets became the dumbest.
That's not a compliment. Hey, baby, your pussy doesn't smell like fish loaf. Thank you, I guess. Like, fuck out of here. He's got that dog in him. At least is like complimentary.
I still hate that though. I hate that saying. I hate when people say
he's got the fight in him. Oh, number 5. You're fuckable.
That's not a compliment. That's actually kind of an insult.
It is depending on who. If somebody said that to me, I would appreciate that. And then number 12. How is this a 12 seed? You're talented.
Okay, 12 seed. That 12 seed's better than that.
100%. All right. Is that a picture of Arnold?
Fucking barstool, man.
Number 4. I'm proud of you, son.
How's that a 4 seed?
Which is because our dad never said that to us.
Ever.
And number 13. I couldn't even tell you were gay. That's also not a compliment. I'm proud of you. I'm going to say a parent being proud of their child is what that quote is, even though that feels like it should be a 2 seed. Oh, here we go. 3 seed. Wow, that's a big penis. And I'll give you 58 guesses who the picture is. You might be able to get this. We've actually talked about this, I think, within the last year for some reason.
Johnny Sins?
No, I wish.
I got nothing.
Think Super Bowl champion.
Nick Foles?
Yes. Big Dick Nick. Yep. And then you have pretty eyes. I guess that's a good matchup.
I feel like you've got pretty eyes is the better compliment, though.
You also can't really say the first one unless you get really like intimate, or you just walk around with your dick out, which I do all the time, obviously.
You'd get
I'm gonna go with pretty eyes upset.
I agree with that.
Although I don't have either. So
I tell my wife all the time, one of the first things I ever told her was she has brown eyes. I said, you have the eyes the color of dirt. So that did not go over well for me.
you really didn't think that one through, did you?
I did not think that one through. 13 years later, she's still with me. So I guess it's because I'm the number one seed. I'm funny.
All you have to say is you have beautiful brown eyes. Brown is not a color you compare to something. Blue,
They're
yes.
the color of dirt.
Idiot.
I'm a dick.
The 6th seed, General, you're the best, which I think is overused because you ever get somebody say that to you and then you hear them say it to somebody else and you're like, what the fuck?
Apparently I'm not the best.
Bullshit. And then 11. Ooh, this is a good one because have you been working out? I'm going to go with like if you've been working out / are you losing weight?
Yeah, I like that.
Because that's really good.
That should be higher seeded.
I'm going to go upset. And that's a picture of Arnold. And then, all right, 7 seed is you look great. So that could have kind of just put those all into one.
Yep.
And then the 10 seed is where'd you get that blank? Whatever. Like, where'd you get that shirt? You know? Where'd you get that outfit?
It's a compliment. Where'd you get that outfit? It looks terrible.
Nobody really asked where you got that if it was bad.
Hey, where'd you get that? Did you get that at Goodwill?
Hey, Goodwill's got some good shit. Hey, where'd you get that? I know not to shop there. Perfect. I'd still say you look great is better.
Yeah, but that, I mean, like you said, that kind of goes with you're working out and you lost weight.
And then the 2 and the 15 seed. 2, you're hot, always nice. And then 15 seed, also very nice. You smell great. I never know if that's weird to tell people. Like at work, I'm like, if I tell a woman she smells nice, how the fuck are you going to interpret that? Like your perfume is really nice, and I want to be like, it's really nice. You should keep using it because it's good.
People can definitely misconstrue that when you have like the simplest intentions of just saying that's a nice scent. Like
sometimes I'll if I don't know the person well enough, but I want to say something, I'll be like, I love your perfume or something like that.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh no, it's just, I just farted. I'm like, oh, okay.
I kind of want to go the upset here.
I kind of do too, but I would much rather somebody tell me that I was hot.
Yeah, but that could be that you set yourself on fire.
At least smelling good, I can kind of control. I feel like you're hot as anybody. You would rather have somebody think you were hot, right?
I don't know, but how is that like? Once again, like the setting of that, you're going to go up to somebody where you look hot today, other than Santos, obviously.
Yeah, no, you're not going to say it. Like, you could also say you look very pretty. You're very pretty. I want to destroy your asshole.
You look fuckable.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that not a nice work compliment to your coworkers? Listen, I would destroy your asshole if given the opportunity.
I mean, if as long as HR is not around, sure.
HR, where I work, HR is literally, I walk by her office like 40 times a day. We always make joke. Whenever somebody makes a joke, I'm like, the office is right there. Just go on ahead. I'm going to go with you're hot. I mean, that's just what I would. You smell great is nice too, but like, I don't know if anybody's beating you're funny. You're funny versus your favorite. He's got that dog in him.
You're funny every day. Every day.
What do we go with? You're talented versus I'm proud of you, child. We changed the son because
I would say 4 seed. I'm proud of you, but it's going to lose to you're funny anyway.
Yeah. All right. And then you have pretty eyes versus have you been working out? That's tough. That's a good matchup.
I would go with.
I'm trying to think what a woman would rather have said to them.
Have you been working out? Have you lost weight?
I feel like never talk about a woman's weight at all. Like even when I know somebody's been working out, I'm like, unless you bring it up, I'm not going to say anything.
Damn girl, you look jacked. You lesbian?
You're getting yoked. That's a tough one. I don't know what to pick. So if you're a woman. The eyes compliment is like, isn't that like the standard, like number one? You're such pretty eyes.
Yeah, but saying, have you been working out? Have you lost weight? Is more.
And then they say no.
Then, are you pregnant?
Yeah.
Getting fat.
Okay, when's that baby due? That's
just got a big lunch.
4 or what was this? 4. It's 14 versus 11. We're gonna go tie for right now. And then we go. Well, 7 seed. How about we go with eyes because the 7 seed is you look great.
Yeah.
Versus you're hot. It's the same thing.
And they're all going to lose to you're funny.
I guess
nothing is beating your funny.
I guess somebody could tell me that I look great if I'm losing weight, but I'm not hot. So I guess it's a little different, but like
But
It's
also,
kind
how'd
of
you
the
lose
same
weight?
thing.
Because you've been working out.
Does it count as working out if I'm just running up the stairs?
That's still working out. You're active. You're moving.
It's
You're not
true.
sentient.
I saw a guy on
Sedentary.
TikTok who was like, just move, just move, and you can lose weight. And it's true. So we're gonna go with you have pretty eyes versus you look great. So we got you're
And
funny versus the I'm proud of you.
you're funny.
Yeah, 100%.
Easily.
And then you have pretty eyes versus you look great.
I probably
Kind
go
of-
you look kind of similar, but they're, I guess similar or Jace. I'd go you look great. But either one is losing to you're funny.
And then to me, it's still you're funny. Yeah. Finally, a
Nothing
good
tops
one
that.
seed.
Nothing tops being funny.
A good fucking one seed.
Like literally, what day was it? It was, I think, Sunday. Kate's traveling for work all week. She's not back till Friday. But on Sunday, before she left, I'd said something and she started laughing. I was like, oh, after 13 years, I can still make you laugh. That's a winner right there. Like the fact that I can still make the person I've been with for 13 years who hasn't murdered me yet laugh. That nothing can top that for me.
Was she laughing with you or at you?
For once, it was actually with me, not at me. And I was still fully clothed, so it wasn't my micro penis.
You wish you had. I have a micro penis. You don't have anything.
I got a nub.
I think we're gonna do one more bracket. The newest one you sent me is good.
Is it good though? Is it?
I don't know if the topic is worst things about New York City.
The rats. If the rats aren't on there,
I mean, how many times have you been to New York City and you've seen a rat?
too often to count actually.
It's fucking working.
Especially if you take the subway.
I've never seen a rat in the subway.
We were just having the call that my boss was having the other day, where I was sending you the snaps of him showing Timmy Trumpet and Edwin Diaz coming out, because that's the quality of our meetings.
Like, just fucking start talking in your meeting. Like, you don't need to hype me up for your stupid ass fucking meeting.
That was just him segueing the conversation to Timmy Trumpet and the Mets and how the Mets are in first place.
What does that have to do with fucking business?
Literally nothing. But then he started talking about how he was in the city and he saw a rat the size of a cat.
Did he take it home with him?
Yeah, it's now his family mascot.
All right, so let's see. Number 1 seed, the garbage. That's one thing you can't miss in New York City.
Nope.
Just the piles and piles of garbage. And then the 16 seed, which is a bigger piece of shit than the garbage, but not going to win. It's KFC from Barstool.
Oh, wow.
The jackbuck that cheated on his pregnant wife. I don't know what, I guess he lives in New York. I don't know, but they're both garbage. So it's basically the same 1 seed and 15.
They're both trash.
So we're going with trash. Number 8 seed, this seems a little too low. The crime. Although New York City is a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, crime per capita in New York City is not as bad as other cities. And
then the subway vent air. I always get freaked out walking over those vents because I'm like, I'll be the idiot who has it fucking collapse on it.
Yep.
But I'd be more scared of the crime. But like,
yeah, but I mean, think about it now. You could go to the mall in Trumbull and get shot 3 times.
I mean, you could always do that. I might shoot myself in the mall in Trumbull. I'm gonna go and check it out and see if if there's a shooter and let you know. I'll report back. But I guess I'm more likely to run into the subway vent air than the crime. So that's sort of a toss-up. But they're gonna lose to the garbage anyway. So subway vent air it is. Here we go. Rats and roaches, the 5 seed.
How's that the 5 seed? That needs to be 2.
This is also an upset though, versus the traffic. That's bad seating and bad matchup because
that is
you think the rats would win, but the traffic is my personal hell.
Yeah,
sitting in traffic anywhere.
I agree with you. Traffic is. That was a 12 seed.
Yeah, that's fucking low.
I mean, in my mind,
to go anywhere in New York, you sit in the fucking traffic. It takes forever.
And honestly, I'm curious what the 2 and 3 seeds are going to be, because I'd have rats as the 2 seed and traffic as the 3 seed. Maybe flip flop them. Traffic as the 2 seed, rats as the 3 seed. But like,
I guess for like tourists, the rats aren't that big of a deal. If you're like living in New York City and you have to deal with them every day, that's probably way worse. So the 4
but also being a tourist, seeing trash isn't going to be an issue either.
I mean, that kind of smells. Ever walk by that just pile of fucking garbage and you get that classic fucking New Jersey
KFC
smell?
from Barstool?
Yeah, just walk by him and I smell fucking shit. 4 seed, probably right around the proper seating. Could be a little higher. Is High Rent, which
Yeah.
And then 13 seed shitty grocery stores. You don't really have too many Stop and Shops in the middle of New York City, so you got to go to those little bodegas or whatever.
Or if you live in a nicer, like Upper East Side, they have like a Whole Foods that probably costs $6,000 to get a
I would deal with the shittier grocery stores without having to pay high rent. It's rent for sure. Number 3 seed, New York sports fans.
Oh, fuck you.
Versus the 14 seed, New York City airports.
I kind of go with the upset airports.
More people are going to be dealing with the airports than they are with the sports fans.
And also, not all New York sports fans are that bad. Like, you think a Jets fan's talking shit to somebody? No.
Oh, you know they are. Fucking Robert Saleh is taking receipts, baby. because they're going to fucking turn it around after that first game.
When he fucking said that. Like, if they had that same game with Zach Wilson.
I was going to say, you think Zach Wilson's going to come in and make that game closer? No.
I mean, they might lose by 1 touchdown instead of the 3.
I also think the New York sports fans aren't even the worst sports fan group. So I'm going to go upset too.
I agree.
Number 6 seed, summers and winters. So basically every fucking
half the seasons.
Yeah, the majority of the year. And then, the 11 seed, the cyclists. I guess that would be a pain in the ass for the drivers. Although winter in New York City is no different than it is here. Fucking cold.
Yep.
And then summers are the same thing. It's disgusting. Like the 2 worst seasons.
Yep.
Although spring kind of sucks too. Basically anything other than like September or like March, I don't want to be alive. I guess the shitty weather, maybe.
What seed was that?
6 and 11.
I guess we go the weather, I guess.
They're going to lose anyway, whatever. I like this one. Overpriced everything versus crazy people. I would rather deal with some jackass in the middle of the street fucking talking about Satan than paying like $48 for a beer. I love that. Overpriced everything.
Yeah, I go overpriced everything.
Then the 2 versus the 15 seed. Times Square. What's wrong with Times Square?
Nothing's wrong with Times Square. That's stupid seating.
Versus the subway system.
Subway system. A subway system.
Yeah, well, Times Square's not that bad. All right, so garbage versus crime or subway vent air.
I go garbage.
Yep. And then you got traffic versus high rent. Oh, those are 2 terrible things.
Ooh, traffic is awful, but if I was paying like $4,000 a month for like a 600 square foot apartment, I'd probably want to murder somebody. So I got to go high rent.
High rent is worse. Yeah, that sucks. Airports versus summers and winters in New York.
I'd go airports. This is all poorly seeded because wasn't the airports 14 seed?
It's a 14 seed. Dealing with although I'm sure New York City airports aren't they're not that different from any other airports. Dealing with airports in general suck. Also, getting to them are kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
So we got overpriced everything versus the subway system. I kind of lean towards the money. Subway's not that terrible, but it's not like it's fucking.
But it also floods all the time too. You know what I mean? Like you see all those videos. But I feel like overpriced everything goes with high rent.
Yeah. They didn't really need that. I guess they could have said overpriced food or overpriced.
Yeah.
But it is a picture of a beer with a can of Coors Light for $3.99. Garbage versus high rent. I'd deal with all the garbage if my rent was cheap.
Yeah.
Throw garbage outside of my apartment. I don't care.
I go high rent. But what does Gary the No Trash Cougar say?
Where are we? Fucking airports versus overpriced everything.
Well, I mean, overpriced everything goes against high rent, so I guess we're going to say money's going to win?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the fucking prices of living in New York City win. So there you go.
You just no-sold me, though, when I said, what does Gary the No Trash Cougar say?
Literally, it froze. I literally heard nothing. I actually have a picture of him on my phone that I just saved because I wanted to tweet out, for some reason, give a labbage, throw out your garbage. Because that's like... it's such a stupid line. It makes me laugh. Give a larbage. The fuck? Who wrote that line? It's like, what rhymes with garbage? Nothing. All right, we'll just make something nonsensical. It's Peter. Who cares? We got to rank Family Guy season 6 next week. I was looking at that. We haven't done that in so long, and just to piss Bobby off. All right, that's it for the brackets until next week. We got to talk about. We have to do our. I don't have these written down anywhere, but we have to do NFL picks disregarding week 1.
Well, before we even get into that, what do you think of week 1? Like, what surprised you the most?
As soon as we left the house, everything was boring and terrible and made no sense. Then we left the house at 3:30 to get Dutchess, and like
shit went crazy.
Every single score change and every team that was losing won. The fucking Bengals tied it, then fucked it up, and then the Steelers fucked it up, and then the Bengals fucked it up, and it's insane.
Well, did you see that the Bengals long snapper tore his like bicep, so he's going to miss the season? So they have to get they signed some rookie long snapper now. So McPherson's fucked.
So the guy who sucked tore his.
No, the guy who sucked was already hurt, and they had to bring somebody else in.
They brought somebody in.
That's why the snaps kept being high.
That makes sense, I guess. Week 1 was fucking nuts. A lot of guys didn't do anything.
A lot of guys got hurt. Too.
I have to go back and look at the scores. Like the fucking Panthers were somehow in the game. They
were down by like 17 and came back to take the lead.
I thought the Jaguars were going to win. They fucked that up.
Yeah, and Carson Wentz had like the most Carson Wentz game. He showed you how good he can be, and also shows how much of a piece of shit he can be, too.
Somehow McLaurin didn't really do anything. Well, the Bills are clearly the best team in football.
Yeah, hands down.
The Lions are much better.
The Vikings look like they could be forced to be reckoned with when I did not believe in Kirk Cousins. Remember when Michael Irvin said Kirk Cousins was going to win MVP? After week 1, he kind of looks like he could.
He's not going to, but like I knew they had a great offense already. Plus now they have that new coach who's going to do way more. But like,
yeah, and they have Justin fucking Jefferson. I mean,
I feel stupid for not picking them because I still thought the Packers would win. They probably still will. But the fucking Niners, like, what the fuck was that shit?
I mean, depending on how the Niners play this week, who are the Niners playing this week? They're
can't
playing
lose to the fucking Bears by 9.
Yeah, but I will give them a little bit of a pass because of the conditions they were playing, and they're playing the Seahawks.
You know the Bears played in the same game, right?
Yeah, and did you see Justin Fields was god awful through the first like 3.5 quarters?
Yeah, you can't fucking let them do anything. Then the Bengals Steelers already talked about. The Patriots only losing by less than 2 touchdowns is surprising because they got their ass kicked that whole fucking game.
I mean, the 49ers playing in those conditions should have won. I mean, honestly, the Trey Lance went 13 of 28 for 164 yards. Justin Fields was 8 of 17 for 121.
I can't judge them just on one game, but that's
Elijah Mitchell getting hurt did not help them at all in the slightest. They lost because of just
you probably wouldn't have done anything anyway. Fucking
shittiness, like
fucking sprained MCL 2 months.
If they get smacked by the Seahawks on Sunday when they're 9-point favorites, then we can say, but I still think the 49ers are going to be decent.
I wouldn't say Russell Wilson is washed, but he's certainly his better days are probably still behind him. He's not that good.
And that last night though,
they missed a lot of throws. Their offense is fucking weird. I don't understand that last play. They let like half a minute run off the clock doing nothing and then decided to kick a field goal.
Yeah, I would have gone for it on 4th down instead of going for that 64-yard field goal, but
they had time and they had timeouts. I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
It didn't make a lot of sense to me, but I mean, they lost that game because their 2 running backs fumbled at the goal line.
They also didn't do anything else with their opportunities.
They did drive down the field into the red zone 2 other times, so they could have had 30 points. They could have won by 2 touchdowns had they not fumbled the ball.
Try throwing it to your 2 like stud receivers and not that fucking piece of human garbage Williams. And then the Colts cost me in Survivor week 1, instantly gone. So that's finished because they're morons and couldn't even win a goddamn game. So the entire AFC South is winless.
So do you think Matt Ryan brought the shitty luck from the Falcons to the Colts? Which, I mean, the Falcons also blew a late lead, so the Falcons are still falconing.
Saints, of course, Michael Thomas seems to be back.
Yeah, Thomas looked good. Jarvis Landry looked great. Jameis Winston looks like he could be good.
Ravens 24-9. Giants obviously won.
What did you think about the Giants?
Oh my god, such better play calling. Still a few head scratchers, but like not a lot of what the fuck are we doing here? Just poor execution. Good play calling, but poor. The Titans had more stupid play calls.
Fire Mike Vrabel. I've been saying that for a year and a half. Fire Mike Vrabel.
3rd and 1, and they're running like a gadget play. It's like, just fucking have Derrick Henry bowl you over, even though he's not having a great game.
Didn't they do that twice?
A few times. And then Tay Crowder destroyed Derrick Henry on that one play. It was amazing.
And Henry didn't even have a bad game. He averaged like 4 yards a carry and had like 90 yards, but it wasn't a Derrick Henry like 175 yards rushing you expect him to have.
He had 82 yards. That was it. And I fucking Dontrell Hilliard, that fucking dipshit moron, had 2 touchdown catches. And then Mahomes is fucking, we can just say that Tyreek Hill's a complete moron. He's clearly better than Tua.
And honestly,
by a long shot. That was like vintage rookie year Mahomes.
It was, and he was thrown to 75 different people too, which probably not having Tyreek Hill demanding the ball every other play is probably going to help Mahomes now not make mistakes that he probably would have in the past trying to force the ball.
Raiders came closer than I thought they did, 24-19.
And Carr played like shit.
I think he's just not good.
Devontae Adams was a beast. Derek Carr played like shit.
Yes, I love Devontae Adams. He leaves. Packers suck. Now the Raiders didn't win. I think that Chiefs and Chargers are going to win that division, but we'll get to that. Then obviously the Bucs destroyed the Cowboys in a terrible game.
I mean, the Cowboys defense didn't even play bad. We just can't do anything offensively.
Even with Dak, they were terrible.
Well, I mean, it makes sense why. Very evident.
Yeah, they're not good.
No, I mean, they don't have their left tackle, and they have their rookie playing left tackle when all he did during training camp was play left guard, so he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
You got to figure something out. Come on.
He has nobody to throw to because Jerry Jones is a fucking moron. Gallup is hurt, which I totally understand.
You have a legit number one, though.
And he got double teamed, so then everybody else is dropping passes.
You don't think Devontae Adams got double teamed?
Yeah, but they have Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. Devontae Adams still got fucking all that shit.
Waller.
You have a good tight end. You have a good tight end.
He's not a top 2 tight end, but I mean, the other receivers other than Lamb are god awful, and they should be god awful because they're 3 and 4 and 5 receivers when Gallup is hurt and James Washington.
You don't want to hear any of that garbage. Fucking, you gotta do something. You can't score 3 fucking points. Jesus.
They didn't do anything to upgrade the offense when they should have. They also did not run the ball enough. They should have run the ball more because that was where they're having success.
Tampa's defense is good against the run. Zeke had like 50 yards.
The Cowboys had a good run game. They just didn't use it enough.
Didn't seem like it.
I mean, Zeke had 50 yards on 10 carries. He was averaging 5 yards a carry.
On 10 carries?
Yeah, 52 yards. They didn't run the ball enough.
They're just not good. Their defense is fine. It's not as good, and their defense is not going to be as good as last year. So
I think their defense can be better than it was last year because of Micah Parsons.
It's not going to be. You're not going to get all those turnovers.
No, I don't think.
Those are once in a lifetime.
We're not going to get those turnovers, but the Micah Parsons is amazing. Like, he's going to get 2 or 3 sacks a game. He's that good.
And you'll still lose 19-3. That doesn't really matter. And the Giants look decent enough, and they didn't have their 2 best pass rushers. So they get back Thibodeau. I really want to see him play. And then you get back Aziz.
I mean, the Giants looked good in the second half. In the first half, they looked like the 2016 to 2020 Giants.
They might be decent if they can just if Daniel can stop making those stupid mistakes. He looked better than he did, but he's clearly, to me, still not the guy. There's no way.
Daniel Jones is not that good still.
There's no way they're not going to draft a quarterback. Unless they make a run.
They could potentially sign a quarterback, whoever, depending on who's a free agent.
Also depends on who's coming out. I don't know anybody. If there's like a can't miss prospect, maybe they fucking try, because it's just one game, but I've seen the same thing from Jones.
Well, let me ask you this. So after week 1, QBR, like the adjusted QBR that rates everything the quarterback does of, how they help their team play. Who do you think the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL after week 1 were for QBR?
I think you sent this to us, didn't you?
No. Alex was going through passer ratings, which is subjective bullshit. QBR, though, rates everything the quarterback does.
You sent me the ranking of week 1 QB performances.
Yes, which that's not QBR though. That's just how they.
Yeah, but I would think that's probably close. I would have thought that Mahomes and Allen would be in the top 5.
1 and 2. Mahomes is 1. Allen is 2.
I think Herbert had a really good game. I don't know if he's in the
3.
top 5.
You just name the top 3.
Kirk Cousins had that big game.
Number 4.
Wow. Let's see. Who else had a big game? Lamar had a decent game, but I don't think he's top 5.
Lamar was 7.
Was it fucking Russ?
Russell Wilson was 14th, 52.7. An average QBR is 50.
Isn't the highest thing 150 something, some obscure fucking number?
100 is the highest you can get for QBR.
What am I thinking?
You're thinking of passer rating.
Oh, yeah. So who am I missing? The 4th?
You're missing 5. You got the first 4.
Mac Jones.
Ready for this one? Mac Jones was 32nd. His QBR was 9.7.
Well,
he
in
was
the rankings,
worst quarterback in the league last week.
In the rankings you sent me, he was 20th. Dak was last.
Yeah, Dak had the second lowest QBR in the NFL.
Dak was somehow better than Mac Jones in whatever stat we're talking about right now.
Yeah, QBR, because everything that Dak brings to the table. He was the second worst quarterback. Mac Jones was the worst quarterback in the NFL.
Who the fuck else had a good game? Was it fucking like Winston? No, he wasn't that good.
Winston
Joe
was 12th.
Joe Burrow had too many interceptions.
Joe Burrow was 23rd.
Who am I missing then? Fucking like Mitch Trubisky or some shit.
Mitch Trubisky was 18th.
Was it Wentz?
Carson Wentz was 20th.
Who the fuck am I missing? I'm looking at this list now of good quarterbacks. I already named all of it. Was it Geno Smith?
Geno Smith was 6th.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking scary. Was it Tua?
Tua Tagovailoa was 5th.
Wow.
Want to know who the worst quarterbacks in the league? Mac Jones was 32nd with 9.7 QBR.
So fucking great.
Dak was 31st, 15.3, which I'm actually surprised it was that high.
At least he got hurt. Was Joe Flacco in there?
Joe Flacco was 30th, 15.4.
Who else?
Aaron Rodgers, 29th, 16.1. Matthew Stafford, 28th, 23.6. Daniel Jones, 27th, 25.8. Daniel Jones was one of the worst quarterbacks in the league last week.
Got that W, though.
But still, you saw the same thing from him. He got sacked a shit ton. He had that awful interception.
The interception's his fault. The sack wasn't. But the interception
Which
was not
sack?
good.
He got sacked 5 times.
Yeah, all of them. I mean, it's not really his fault. He does have to get rid of the ball. He can at least try. Just throw it away, man.
He also did, like, that interception that he threw, all he was doing was looking at Saquon. Like, he did not avert his eyes whatsoever.
He also didn't put it in a good spot. He put it where the only defender could catch it, not even fucking Saquon. You got to throw it, like, back shoulder or something. So let's do what were your standings. We don't have really – I guess we can keep track if you want to. I don't really care.
I already have the spreadsheet set up to keep track. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
AFC East, and this is nothing to do with Week 1.
This was pre-Week 1.
Not that I didn't even do standings before, but like I had them in my head, like, and I'm not changing them just based off Week 1 since we couldn't record. What was your AFC East?
I had the Bills winning.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah, if
we all know you were on the fucking Dolphins train. Come on.
I had the Bills winning the division, Dolphins coming in second, Patriots, I can't even say that word, in third, Jets in last.
Same.
Had Zach Wilson not been injured and missing the first 4 weeks, I probably have the Patriots in last.
I still think that the Jets are just god awful. All right, so I'm the same. This should be good. AFC West.
Wait, so do we want to go over the seedings too, or just we'll go through the division rankings first and then?
Yeah, because I haven't done any of this in my head. Or I have it in my head, but like I never remember. We'll just do the divisions first.
All right.
What's your AFC West? This should be interesting.
AFC West. I have the Chiefs in first, Chargers in second, Raiders in third, Broncos in last. After how Week 1 went, I kind of feel like the Raiders should be in last, though.
I kind of want to switch it, though, because the Broncos look like shit, too. But I had the Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. But I think I still have them all making the playoffs. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing.
Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders, you said?
Yeah. Because I wanted to pick the Chargers, but, like, I'm not going to bet against the Chiefs until they show me that they're not going to win. AFC North.
All right, AFC North. I had the Ravens winning the division, Bengals coming in second, Browns in third. That looks like a terrible pick, and Steelers in last.
I had Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns. Ravens did look good, but they played the Jets, so I don't know if their defense.
The Ravens did not
up.
look that good though. Like they won, but
they
looked
scored
sloppy.
those. Like I don't. Do I trust like Devin Duvernay to be their number one receiver? Do I trust to have no running backs? Is their defense any good because they played the Jets? I don't know.
Duvernay. I drafted him last year as like a sleeper pick. He did jack shit. Of course, he also scored 2 touchdowns this year.
I had him on a few teams because he was like projected for a lot of return yards, so I was like maybe. And then of course, he's like their number one receiver now. So, and then the fucking ever exciting AFC South.
This is now the new NFC North. I mean, sorry, this is the new NFC East. This is the worst division in football. Easily. Tell me I'm wrong. Is this not the worst division in football?
Depending on how the fucking, I guess, yeah. Well, now that they were a little bit better in the NFC East, but like this should have 2 really good teams.
I have the Colts winning, the Titans in second, Jags in third, the Texans in last.
Yeah, I had the same thing. I'm all in on the fucking Colts. I thought they'd be really good with Matt Ryan, and then they can't even beat the Texans.
I completely had forgotten that T.Y. Hilton is not on the Colts anymore, and he's a free agent. Had completely forgotten that.
Yeah, nobody signed him, right?
No, he's still a free agent. I had completely forgotten that it's the Michael Pittman Jr. show.
All right, let's do the seedings for the AFC because I think you can remind me of what the fuck I even picked. I think we all have the Bills, the 1 seed, right?
Yeah, I had the Bills, the 1
we
seed.
All, like, it's just more than 2 of us.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't have the Bills as the 1 seed, you have the Chiefs, so I have my 2 seed.
Yeah, Chiefs is 2. And then...
I had the Ravens as the 3 seed.
So I would have the Bengals as a 3 seed because I don't think the Colts will be better than them. And then I have the Colts.
Yep, I had the Colts
4 seed. And then what are there? 3 wild cards?
3 wild cards.
See, this is hard because I don't remember what I did. I think before the season started, I had Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders all getting in, which does not seem likely now, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go
Chargers, Broncos, Raiders.
Yeah, because I think that's how I put them in the division, which would be insane. Have the whole division make the fucking playoffs. Because I can see the Ravens making it, but I don't know.
My 5 seed first wild card was the Bengals, who I had finishing in second. I had the Chargers as the 6 seed, and I had the Dolphins as the 7 seed. I'm all on the Tua train.
Yeah, I forgot about the Dolphins. I wish I actually put this so I could remember what I did. But if I could change it, I probably would put the Dolphins in there instead of the Raiders. But we'll just. I guess I overestimated fucking Derek Carr, dick fuck.
I mean, he just played. So he had some of those interceptions were just god awful.
Either way, if it's not Chiefs Bills, we got fucking robbed.
Yeah, if the championship game is not Chiefs Bills, I could.
All right, let's go to the amazing NFC East, which I think we all have the Giants winning.
Obviously.
Well, I'm screwed on this because I had Dallas winning. So
I actually did have the Eagles winning. Once Tyron Smith got hurt and they lost their left tackle for basically the season, I was like, "Nah, there's no way they're winning that division now."
I didn't believe in the Eagles enough, and they only played the Lions. We're better, but
still do not believe in the Eagles. Jalen Hurts did not have a good game until Jalen Hurts learns.
He can run though.
He can run.
AJ Brown had a big game.
Yeah, AJ Brown had a big game. I still don't trust Jalen Hurts, but I think they were going to win the division because of the injuries that Dallas had.
So what did you have? Eagles, Giants, Commanders.
Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders.
Oh, you had the Giants in third?
I don't believe in Carson Wentz whatsoever.
I'm trying to. I think I had the Giants in last. So I think I had Dallas, Philly, Washington, Giants. So
which makes sense. I mean,
the Commanders
honestly,
were better than us last year also.
I thought the Commanders would go like 5-12. I had the Giants like 6-11. I think the Giants might actually win more than 6.
Well, I mean, we should go.
I actually think they can win 9.
Theoretically, they should go 3-0. They won't, but they should.
4-0. They should go 4-0.
Who's the 4th game? The Packers?
No, the 4th game I want to say is like the Bears.
Hey, I don't know. They beat the fucking Niners. We'll lose to the Panthers next week. We can't have 2 sustained weeks of happiness.
You're going to destroy Cooper Rush.
I wish we almost lost to Andy Dalton a couple years ago.
Did you see that now because of after Dak's surgery and they have their new timetable? They said he could be back as early as 4 weeks now.
4 weeks?
Yeah,
with a broken hand.
I think they're going to rush him back stupidly, but he could be back as early as October 16th against the Eagles or as late as week 9 after the bye.
If they rush him back, I hope he fucking breaks it again. So they're so stupid. Just let him heal. Make sure he's healed.
Honestly, I would. At this point, we're not going anywhere.
No, you can still win the division if he comes back.
If he comes back in 4 weeks, they actually have a chance to win the division still.
All right.
I don't think they will.
NFC West.
NFC West.
Which right now Seattle is in sole possession of first place, if you can believe that.
That'd help us all. I have the NFC West. I have the Rams winning the division, Cardinals in second, 49ers in third. I had the Seahawks in last. Did not realize Geno Smith was Russell Wilson was really just a product of the system, wasn't he? Because Geno Smith looked like old Russ.
I have Rams. Oh, God damn it. Rams, Niners, Cardinals, Seahawks. Kyler Murray can't read defenses apparently.
Yeah, he.
I wonder they tried to put a film study in there. Oh God. NFC North.
NFC North. I had the Packers winning the division. Still think they will. Because remember, last year they got destroyed by the Saints and they went 13-4. Vikings in second, Lions in third, Bears in last.
That's what I had. Fucking Bears. Of course, they're 1-0. And then the NFC South.
I have the Buccaneers winning, Saints in second, Falcons in third, Panthers laughably bad. Matt Rule is going to be the first coach fired.
I had the Falcons coming in last, but so Bucs, Saints, Panthers, Falcons.
You actually think that
Falcons are supposed to be really fucking bad?
I believe in Marcus Mariota. I don't know why.
At least the Panthers have some weapons. But Matt Rule sucks.
Falcons have Cordero Patterson, baby.
Yeah, I would take Christian McCaffrey and their receivers over fucking Kyle Pitts, who just literally can't do anything. Poor guy.
I mean, honestly, Matt Rule has to be the first coach fired, right? He really does. Obviously after Mike Vrabel, because hashtag fire Mike Vrabel.
So what are you? Who's your 1 seed?
My 1 seed is the Rams.
Mine is Tampa. I think they have an easy schedule. They're just gonna fucking plow through everybody.
I have my 2 seed as Tampa.
My 2 seed would be the Rams.
I have the Packers as my 3 seed.
Yep, Packers 3.
You're going to have then the the Cowboys as your
4 Unfortunately, the Cowboys is the 4 seed, which
I have the Eagles as my 4 seed.
Hopefully
your
not
3
happen.
wild cards.
Who the fuck did I have? So I think I was going to have...
Your second place teams were the Eagles, Vikings, Saints, and Niners.
I think I'm going... definitely the Niners are in there. Niners, Eagles, and... I don't really believe in the Saints then. So I think the Vikings are going to sneak in.
And the Vikings are the 7th seed?
Yeah, I'm trying not to fucking talk about week 1 because I think I was going to have the Niners be the first wild card. So Niners, Eagles, and then Vikings.
So my 3 wild cards, I had the Saints as the 5 seed because I'm very big in Jameis Winston. I have the Vikings as the 6, and I had Dallas coming in as the 7 seed.
Dallas is a 7 seed.
I thought I always knew, obviously this was before Dak injury, before that, all those injuries. I thought they'd be 4-4 after 8 games based on what their schedule looked like. Their December schedule was really easy. I thought they'd go 9-8 or 10-7 and get that last wild card.
So then I think the AFC, you can just do whatever spreadsheet you got to do to give me Bills, Chiefs.
So your first,
I don't see any other upsets, and that's what
your first matchup would be the 2 versus 7 would be the Chiefs and the Raiders. You're going to have the Chiefs.
Raiders.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, big upset. Yeah, Chiefs.
Your 3 versus would be the Bengals and Broncos.
Bengals. Which now,
your
of course.
4 versus 5 is Colts and Chargers.
Chargers upset, which isn't really an upset.
I dig it. So then that leaves your lowest seed remaining, the Chargers playing the Bills.
That should be a fucking great game. Bills.
And then your 2 seed Chiefs versus the 3-seed Bengals.
It's another fucking great game. A rematch. So Chiefs get revenge. And I don't know who the fuck to pick. I want to go all in on the Bills, but I feel like they're going to end up losing to the Chiefs.
That gives your
Chiefs,
conference championship game is the Bills and Chiefs.
Chiefs seem to like be better with like it's an addition with subtraction or whatever that fucking phrase is. They lost Tyreek Hill and yet they're fucking better now. But the Bills defense is better than the Chiefs defense. I'm going to go all in on the Bills. They're finally going back to the Super Bowl.
I dig it. So then my AFC playoffs, my 2-seed Chiefs versus 7-seed Dolphins. I have the Chiefs over the Dolphins.
I thought you were all in on the Dolphins.
I'm on the Tua train, but it's Patrick fucking Mahomes, baby.
Are you really on the Tua train? Or are you just on the Dolphins train and he happens to be...
I'm on the Dolphins train. He happens to be there.
The guy happens to be with a conductor hat on.
I still think Tua's better than Mac Jones. But he's got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. He can literally throw little screen passes and let them do their thing. You know what I mean?
Like if they had like a real quarterback, they'd be fucking like put Josh Allen on the Dolphins. They're probably just as good as the Bills are now.
Yeah, I mean honestly,
maybe not on defense, but they're so good.
The speed they have a wide receiver.
Patriots and Jets can finish 3 and 4 for the next decade. Let's just do that.
I think that actually might happen. My 3 versus 6 is the Ravens versus the Chargers. I have the Chargers as the 6th seed winning an upset.
I would hope the Chargers can get further this year.
My 4 and 5 is Colts versus the Bengals. I have the Bengals winning as well.
So I believe in the Colts enough to win the division, but not to do anything in the playoffs. Sounds about right.
I mean, 100%. My lowest seed remaining Chargers versus the number 1 seed Bills. I have the Bills winning. My 2-seed Chiefs against the 5-seed Bengals. I have the Bengals with the upset win over the Chiefs.
No way. They're not doing that 2 years in a row.
Which gives me my championship of Bills versus Bengals. And once again, I'm on the Bills train, Bills in the Super Bowl.
Sounds about right. All right, what do we got in the NFC?
Your 2-seed is the Bucks. I'm sorry, the Rams. The Rams is the 2-seed versus the 7-seed Vikings.
Based off of week 1, I'm going to pick the Vikings. But based off of before that, I would think the Rams would destroy them. But if they played right now, I would fucking take Kirk Cousins, sadly.
Yeah, I worry about Stafford's elbow. But I would also assume that the Rams would win that.
They didn't look good, but it was the Bills they were playing. So, like, he's going to throw 1 or 2 interceptions a game, and they usually can win. But I'm going to take the Rams.
I just wish they actually used Cam Akers a little bit more because, me drafting him in fantasy. Use him, please.
He fucked up so many fucking teams. I had him on a few benches, but no starting lineups, thank God.
So you have next is 3 versus 6. You have the Packers versus the Eagles.
My whole NFC is literally worthless. Like based off of week 1, like none of this is happening. So just Packers, unless Aaron Rodgers can figure this shit out, which it's still possible because they looked like shit last year too, didn't they?
Yeah, they got destroyed by the Saints in the first game. They lost like 30-3.
But at least they had Devontae Adams. Now they have like nobody. So we'll see. But I'm going to go with Packers, yeah.
Verse 5, rematch from last year. Cowboys and 49ers.
I would take the Niners. And that's without Dak's injury. Because I think they're better. But I don't know if they are better now because they fucking sucked week 1.
Do you think Trey Lance stays as the quarterback this year, or do you think they go back to Garoppolo? I think they eventually go back to Garoppolo.
If he keeps playing like shit, then how do you not? Unless you're just like, no, Garoppolo is not the future. This guy is. Then, unless they really want to win now, it's like 50-50.
If Trey Lance throws, again, I know it was bad weather, but if he throws the ball like he did on Sunday, he actually makes Jalen Hurts look like fucking Dan Marino.
I kind of wish the Giants didn't make that trade and took Parsons, but then we'd only have either Thibodeau or Neal. If they took Micah Parsons, they probably take Neal this year and don't take Thibodeau.
Probably.
So we wouldn't get both. But I kind of wish we didn't make that trade. Although it is hilarious that Fields kind of sucks.
Parsons is so goddamn good, though.
Like first round pick for him.
It's amazing.
Seem to luck into all these, like fucking, I almost said Liam Eichenberg, fucking Van Der Esch, that idiot. And they tried to take Dallas Goedert, and they were like, nope, Eagles got him. And then you're like, all right, we'll just take this white boy. And he turned out to be good. Fucking pisses me off. Oh, no.
Love it. So then your 1 seed Bucks versus your lowest seed remaining 49ers.
Oh no. Oh no. I hope the Wi-Fi is not going out. Bucks.
And then your 2 seed Rams versus the Packers.
Rams.
Bucks versus Rams. Title game.
Oh God. I think the Bucks are going to the Super Bowl. I don't think there's anybody better than they are.
Tom Brady going.
But none of these teams look good anymore. Like all of these playoff teams that I picked don't look good except for like the Vikings. So like I would love the Rams to fucking bounce back, and it's a toss up really. I feel like fucking God hates everybody, and we'll have Tom Brady in the fucking Super Bowl in his life.
And then he'll retire going out on top.
I swear to God, if the Bills don't beat the fucking Bucks, do you imagine the Bills losing again in the Super Bowl? Like, come on.
It'd be terrible.
Yeah.
Let's
so then
see,
I'm going Bills over Bucks.
Bills over Bucks is your Super Bowl. All right, so my NFC playoffs, I have the Bucks as the 2 seed, beating the Cowboys as the 7 seed. Mike McCarthy then gets fired, and they hire Sean Payton. Please, God, let this happen. My 3 seed Packers defeating the 6 seed Vikings, and my 4 seed Saints defeating the 5 seed Eagles. My next round then is the number 1 seed Rams defeating the Saints. The 2 seed Bucks defeating the Packers, which makes my title game in the NFC the Rams and Bucks. But this time I have the Rams winning and going to the Super Bowl.
I wish.
But I still have the Bills winning the Super Bowl over the Rams.
I would take a Rams Bucks or a Rams Bills rematch from week 1. It's going to be like a 48-5 blowout in the Super Bowl.
56-50.
Or that. Give me a game like the Chiefs Rams like 4 or 5 years ago.
Or the freaking
Monday Night Football.
Chiefs and Bills from the NFC.
Or that, yeah. Can we just have that be the Super Bowl?
I mean, honestly, let's be real. Somebody could go 17-0 in the NFC. I think the Bills and the Chiefs are better than any team in the NFC. Hands down.
Chargers probably are too.
Yeah, and honestly, Bengals.
Maybe the Bucks are on the same level as the Chargers. Depending on how the Rams bounce back. Maybe.
The Bills and Chiefs just seem so far above everybody else. It's insane.
How's the Chiefs' defense? Did they improve at all? Like,
honestly, I don't even know.
Yeah, I have no idea. But like,
I know the Bills. They got fucking Von Miller.
Yeah, I don't see how the Bills don't get to the Super Bowl. The only team stopping them is either themselves or the Chiefs.
Yeah, unless they
maybe if the Giants make a run, you know. Let's get Giants Bills in there and then a rematch of who's the Bills kicker? Tyler Bass, wide right. I would literally cut off my own dick for that to happen. Another wide right, and then the Bills can go to 3 more Super Bowls after that and try again.
Still not win.
Oh, poor assholes.
You know, if the Giants end up going like 4-0 in their first 4 weeks, you know, Alex is going to have them going like 14-3, 13-4, winning the Super Bowl. Dable's then, you know, the next coming of Vince Lombardi.
Dable's damn good. So if we went 4-0, I would assume we would win at least 6 games.
I appreciated the fact that he went for the win. Like, I loved it.
I said that during the drive. I was like, I just feel like he's going for 2. I feel like because he's like, we're a rebuilding team. We have no expectations. Fuck this. If we were the Titans in that situation, we're like a good team. There's no way we're going for 2.
John Harbaugh would have gone for 2.
Like, if we were at home, especially, and we were a good team, he would have been like, we'll play for overtime. We can win in overtime. He's like, fuck this. We're never going to win in overtime anyway. Let's just go for it.
But also, I mean...
And then they still blew it.
Yeah, they should have lost. I mean, honestly, they should have lost.
That's how Daniel Jones won his first game. We came back and then blew it, and the guy missed a field goal.
I mean, and honestly, though, like, even if they had not gotten the 2-point conversion, I still think it was the right move. But also, the Giants
still had 3 timeouts.
They still had all 3 of the timeouts. You could have hopefully stopped Derrick Henry, gotten the ball back with like 40 seconds left or something.
That's when Derrick Henry would have stuffed us, though. He would have just fucking ran for 80 yards.
Yeah, he would have gotten an 80-yard touchdown.
But after 1 week, I was completely right about Saquon. I remember Bobby was like, why are you drafting Saquon? Like, because he's going to be a fucking monster again.
Yeah, he looks
vitally healthy, and he's going to have, like, that's all I want. I was like, I don't even care about fantasy. I just want Saquon to do well now.
But now the question is, let's say Saquon has a monster year.
Just franchise him.
But you can't franchise him and Jones. What if Jones has a big year too?
Fuck Daniel. Yeah, no chance. Daniel Jones' big year would be like 3,000 yards.
I mean, honestly, yeah, Saquon.
They're probably going to franchise him.
But now, do you have the cap room to be able to do that? To pay him like $17 million or something?
Something's coming off the books. We got to have more cap room.
But if Saquon has that type of year, like you have to give him. But that's the issue. Like the Cowboys gave Zeke all that money. Zeke's trash.
But at least you have a good backup. We don't know what fucking we're going to roll with Matt Breida.
That's true. Tony Pollard should be the starter. But like, you know what I mean? Like, so if you give,
it's hard.
You franchise Saquon, you give him like 4 or 5 year deal. You know you're going to be eating that money in 3 years.
What running back deals have been good? They paid Derrick Henry, and he's been amazing until he got hurt.
There haven't been any. Like Kamara got all that bank, and he was hurt last year too, though. They all get hurt.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. The franchise is the easiest option, but that's top 5 at the position.
Yeah. So he's going to be making almost $20 million, probably more than $20 million.
But if they want to build, they need some sort of talent because we certainly don't have any receivers. I mean, Kenny Stills was our fucking best receiver, for God's sake. Or whatever his fucking name is. I think it's
what was his name? Reggie Sims or something like that?
Oh, Reggie James, too.
Reggie James.
I think it's Kenny Stills. Who the fuck is... I'm so bad with names. Kenny Stills was a born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. He's a fucking creative writer. Who the fuck is the giant Stills?
Well, your leading receivers...
David Sills.
Were Richie James...
Why was it him, or did I just make this up?
He didn't get any receptions on Sunday.
Who the fuck was the other guy then?
Wan'Dale Robinson, Chris Myarick.
Chris Myarick?
Sterling Shepard had 2 catches and a touchdown.
Yeah, so it was just fucking...
Galladay, though, 100% catch rate for the targets. 2 catches, 22 yards on 2 targets.
2 for 2, yeah. Maybe, who was our return guy?
Gary Brightwell?
I don't know why I thought of Sills, but fucking, yeah, when Richie James is getting all those targets, it's not a good sign. And, like, they just refuse to use Kadarius Toney. It makes such a waste of a draft pick.
They said, I saw that Dable said that they had other plays for him. They just didn't get to run them.
How about just put him out there as a fucking receiver? Like, what are you doing?
You do have David Sills. David Sills the 5th.
Yeah, I know, but like I thought he had I thought we had some other obscure guy besides Richie James catching passes, but it wasn't. So fucking how many targets? Saquon had 7. He led the team. Richie James had 6. Richie James led the team in wide receivers and targets. It's not good. It's just not good.
What about that big tight end that Alex wants to suck his dick? Where Bellinger did shit.
Well, Chris Myarick is the fucking man. That touchdown, if they had given it to Barkley, it probably would have won my fantasy matchup, but they decided to be assholes. But the one bad thing Saquon did, he didn't take care of the ball on that run. I saw it from a million miles away.
Oh, that
dude, you got to be careful. But thankfully, it went out of bounds. Yeah, so it's not Daniel Jones, 188 yards. It's like you can't even crack 200 yards. Like, how is this possible?
And 5 sacks too. I mean, that's.
And Evan Neal and Andrew Thomas were good. Andrew Thomas is fucking amazing.
It's just the rest of the line is awful.
But it's nice that Evan Neal was actually pretty good. I can't wait to see Thibodeau. It's funny, Daniel Jones' rating was better than Tannehill.
Well, look at the QBR.
Yeah. So how do you calculate? How is his rating so much better and then the QBR is way worse?
His passer rating only takes into effect like completions, yards, touchdowns. QBR takes into how well you protect the ball, how many sacks you took, things like that.
That's kind of rough though, because most sacks are not the quarterback's fault. But yeah, his 25.8 is pretty fucking bad. Derrick Henry, 21 carries, 82 yards.
So it says each play is weighted based on its difficulty, the context of the game, the strength of the opposing defense, and all these things.
Fucking Kadarius Toney. 11.5 yards a catch, though. So good for him. Or rushing, sorry. He had 2 rushes for 23 yards.
Do you think that they're actually going to use him, or is he just going to be...
I have no idea. They must hate him.
I know he wasn't one of their draft picks, obviously. He's a Gettleman guy.
I mean, when fucking Chris Myarick has a catch and a touchdown and you don't even have a fucking target, should probably kill yourself. Remember good old Jeff Swaim?
Love that guy.
Wasn't he on the Cowboys?
Yes.
And every time I saw him, I'm like, that dude's still alive. Is he related to fucking Dale Swaim?
Is he still? He's not still playing, right?
Dale Swaim? That guy was like from the 90s.
No, I meant Jeff Swaim.
Yeah, he's on the Titans. He
Shut
played.
The fuck up, really?
He had 3 catches. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
insane.
When I saw him, I was like, how is he still a thing? He's only 28 somehow.
I feel like he's been in the league for 17 years. He was a 7th round pick in 2015. If you had told me he got drafted in 2003, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Remember, but Dale Swaim, Sveum. Fuck you, dude. Fucking Giants. I don't really have anything else. I'm gonna pick an unusual death for the first time in 9 years.
Do it.
Where are we?
We just did August of 2022.
I'm gonna go 90s.
Well, as you're doing that, I can't believe we didn't even talk about AEW and the shitstorm that's happening there.
I know, you've been fucking deathly sick. It's like we didn't fucking. It's already been like what, a week?
It's been over a week, yeah.
I feel like it's once more shit comes out, we can talk about it. Ooh, this is a good one. How about this? July 1994. Jeremy Breno.
Okay.
Jeremy Breno, 16, was playing golf when he hit a bench out of frustration with his club.
Okay.
This caused the club shaft to break, bounce back, and to pierce his heart, killing him. How?
Shut
that
the fuck
possible?
up. That can't
How
be
is
real.
that possible? How does that pierce your heart?
That cannot be real.
That's insane.
That can't be real.
What the fuck?
Okay, I can't wait to research that one. That was 94, you said?
Yeah, youth killed as club's shaft pierces heart. What a great New York Times article.
I cannot wait to research that. That just sounds fucking made up.
And don't we have to do sports injuries? We still do that? It's been so long. I don't even know how to do this anymore. Where is this? Which one did we do? Number... No, I don't think we use this one. We need to like revamp this. When do we find our voice? Is it 42nd or 46th?
I thought it was 46.
We're very close. Bo Jackson. Mike Utley's paralysis.
I don't remember that one. I think Bo Jackson was the last one we did.
Yeah. Mike Utley's football career had plenty of promise. The guard was blah, blah, blah. 3rd round in the 1989 draft. But tragedy struck on November 17th, 1991 in a game against the Rams when Utley fractured his 6th and 7th vertebrae, rendering him paralyzed. In the aftermath, Utley co-founded the Mike Utley Foundation, which seeks a cure for paralysis. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't remember. I've never...
Is he related to Chase Utley?
No. Doesn't look like it. He's 56 now. Yeah, I've never actually heard of him.
Me either.
Michael Gerald Utley.
And that happened in 1991?
Yeah. He started every game as a full-time right guard until his paralysis. Rams, yeah, I wonder what happened. Injury to his 6th and 7th vertebrae. Although he would later learn he was largely paralyzed from the chest down, Utley flashed the crowd a thumbs up. It's always depressing. It's like, all right, basically signals that I'm not dead.
Yeah, I'm still breathing, but I can't move anything else.
Well, that sucks.
I've never heard of him. That's interesting.
Where is the fucking... There we go, on this day.
All right, so we have some birthdays on this day, of course. Tyler Perry turns 52.
That's still pretty young.
Yeah, I thought he was older than that, so he's only 52. Remember, Fiona Apple?
Yeah.
44.
Fucking best album covers, I think. Or that video for whatever that song was where she was like in the bathtub.
I would have thought she was older than 44.
That's really young.
Yeah, she was born in 1978.
What was that fucking song that she had for that? Now I'm going to look this up. Was it Criminal? Yeah.
What year was that?
I can hear myself through your computer, I think. 1997.
So she was 19.
It's insane.
Wow. This one I love. So he's turning 42 today. And you know how, like, when I look this stuff up, it tells, like, you know, they're an actor or whatever and, like, things they've been in. So Ben Savage turns 42 today. He was born in 1980. And it says American actor, Little Monsters and Wild Palms, born in Chicago, Illinois. We don't even mention Boy Meets World? What the fuck?
That's his only, like, major role. Like, what are you doing?
Like, what the fuck? And
Or
our our favorite wrestler turns 38 today.
CM Punk?
Baron Corbin, baby.
Oh, God.
Turns 38.
Thomas fucking Pestot.
I forgot that was his real name. Wow. So people who died on this day. So on this day in 1996, Tupac Shakur died.
Oh, wow.
He was shot 4 times 6 days earlier and succumbed to his injuries on this day at the age of 25.
Remember that song he wrote in 94 for the Chappelle Show? I wrote this song in 94, and then he gives all the lyrics about, like, George W. Bush winning. It's a classic Chappelle Show skit.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
but you know what made me, what I looked up the other day just randomly, Paul Mooney, who was Negrodamus in Chappelle Show?
He did.
He died last year.
Yeah.
I don't know what made me think of him, but I looked him up.
I looked Malone. Up when the trials were going on. I was like, I plead the fifth. I have a secret document for you. Fifth? I plead the fifth. That was so good.
Oh, God, that's amazing.
No, but I plead the fifth. Oh, God.
Guys, I have to go watch that later. Moses Malone passed away on this day in 2015 of heart disease at the age of 60.
Aww.
He retired in 1995. So Moses Malone was still playing basketball when we were alive.
Wow.
I would have thought he retired in, like, the fucking 70s or 80s. In my mind, I had, like, picture these ancient.
Wait, when did he play then?
He played like 76 to 95 or something like that.
Because I always think of, like, him and, like, Oscar Robertson as being, like, the same
age
generation, and they're not. Oscar Robertson is currently 83.
When did Oscar Robertson retire?
Last year.
That makes sense.
He was Moses Malone was born in 55. Yeah, he's a lot younger than I thought. I have to see when he fucking retired. Oscar Robertson played from 1960 to 1974. Interesting.
And Moses Malone did not retire until 1995, which is nuts to me.
That's crazy.
Lastly, on this day in 2019, at the age of 70, dying of esophageal cancer, Eddie Money.
Aw.
Take me home tonight. He passed away. God took him home that night.
He only got 1 ticket to paradise.
That was good. Which song did you like better? 2 tickets to paradise or Take Me Home Tonight?
2 tickets to paradise, 100%.
Oh, really?
Take Me Home Tonight's a great song, but 2 tickets to paradise is just so good.
All right, so events that happen on this day. One of these events I actually think I have to look more into because I've never heard of it before.
Really?
So it happened in 1922. So we're at the 100th year anniversary of this.
Wow.
The straw hat riots began in New York City as people protested the right to wear straw hats beyond the accepted end date of September 15th.
Wow. What a good thing to protest.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
It's kind of a metaphor for everything going on today. Simpler times when we just wanted to wear straw hats.
And then have riots about it.
What is that like? That would be like if there's a law that says you actually couldn't wear white after Labor Day.
And then you had riots over it and burned buildings down.
I never understood why that was I guess I don't understand fashion.
I don't understand fashion either. You can't wear white after Labor. Fuck you. I'm going to wear it whenever I want to.
When I dress up, it's a polo. So that's about it.
On this day in 1981, there was a lot of U.S. Opens that ended on this date. But this is the one that I was going to talk about in particular. 1981 U.S. Open. John McEnroe won his 3rd straight U.S. Open title, beating Bjorn Borg. Wow.
It's like maybe his brother, Bjorn Borg.
4-6, 6-2, 6-4, 6-3 in what was Borg's. I can't say the fucking name. Jesus Christ.
He wasn't a Bjorn winner?
He was not a Bjorn winner. That was his last Grand Slam match ever.
Wow.
And now I actually have 2 wrestling-related ones.
Give me the year and I'll see if I can figure it out.
You will never figure it out, ever.
Really?
1998.
1998 in September of 98? What the fuck happened in September of 98?
It's WCW, not even WWF.
Oh, what the fuck? September of 98. Goldberg ripped out William Regal's testicle on live television.
Actually, close. Close.
Was it close?
This date in 1998, 3 teams of 3 competitors competed for the very first time in the War Games cage match at WCW Fall Brawl 98. Do you know who the 3 teams were?
Was this like NWO versus like Horsemen versus like, or WCW, NWO, and then I don't think the Wolfpack was around then. One team has to be. Was it Wolfpack versus Black and White versus like WCW?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
They had the Wolfpack in 98 already?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. NWO started in 96. That makes sense.
So
who the fuck were on those teams, though?
So who do you think was on Team NWO Wolfpack?
Well, I know, obviously, Nash.
Yep.
Was this like Nash, Sting, and Luger?
Yes. That's Team Wolfpack.
Oh, it was only 3 guys?
Only 3 guys. 3 versus 3 versus 3.
Was Hogan?
NWO Hollywood had Hogan. Yep, that's 1.
Scott Hall?
Nope.
He wasn't there. Don't tell me it was Bret Hart.
Bret Hart was on there too. The 3rd one is so fucking obscure.
Luger was NWO Wolfpack. It's not like Mr. Perfect, is it? Oh, is it like Horace Hogan?
Oh, worse actually.
Worse?
Yeah, I would actually say worse. You would probably say not, but I would say worse.
Who?
It's not Vincent either.
Oh God.
You want to know who?
Who the fuck could be on the level of Horace Hogan that was in the NWO?
As a singles competitor, I would put this person on the level of Horace Hogan. They were a tag team wrestler.
Oh, was it Scott Steiner?
Ooh, no.
I was like, he can't be that bad. Who was it?
Stevie Ray.
Wow.
Stevie Ray.
That's terrible. So then who was WCW at that point? Was Luger on the team?
Luger, you already got on Wolfpack.
Oh, I did? It was Nash, Luger. Wait. Oh, Nash, Luger, and Sting.
Yep.
What was in WCW?
Team WCW.
Ric Flair?
Nope.
Wow. Was the Giant?
Nope.
I wonder where he was. Who the fuck does WCW have left? Was it like fucking Billy Kidman?
That would actually probably be an improvement.
Was Booker Thomas?
Nope.
Wow. So you got Stevie Ray in the match and not Booker T. Who was in WCW, right? Like they had nobody. I've just named all the big top stars, and they were all fucking either not in the match or fucking on other teams.
All right, so before you
give me a hint,
try to guess who these 3 people are. One of them is a Hall of Famer. The person who actually won the match was on Team WCW, and he received a title shot at the heavyweight champion Goldberg the following month at Halloween Havoc. That was the stipulation. Whoever scored the winning pinfall. DDP, that's one of them. So how did that make your team actually work together if whoever wins the match gets a title shot? Like that's whatever. But 2 and 3, I don't think you're ever going to get.
Give me a hint then.
Not known for their time in WCW.
That's not helpful at all. I'm assuming they're like mid-card people.
Both dead.
Oh, of course. So not Chris Jericho, unfortunately.
Known better for time in WWE.
Piper?
Yep.
I was just watching the King of the Ring 94. The main event was randomly Jerry Lawler versus Roddy Piper for no reason. Not even in the tournament. 0-1, and then that match happened.
That's just stupid. So Diamond Dallas Page, Roddy Piper, and
who the fuck is dead that's on the level of Piper or around somebody like that? I'm guessing they're less than Piper.
Probably.
So it's not gonna be like Dusty Rhodes, right?
No. Good guess though.
Who the fuck else was in WCW that's obscure? This is gonna piss me off.
Known better for time in WWF.
It's
probably forgot that he was ever in WCW.
I wish it was the Ultimate Warrior.
It is.
He actually had another match besides the Halloween Havoc match. He was in that match.
He was in that match.
That's incredible.
What
a team of like people who Piper was old at that point. I could barely move. Warrior could never wrestle. So Hogan and Warrior faced each other 3 times.
Roddy Piper was only 44, by the way, which just doesn't even seem that old.
That's insane.
I mean, AJ Styles is like 44. That match was 20 minutes long.
That's such an insane group of fucking people. Bret Hart is in that match, for Christ's sake. Bret Hart and Piper are in that match.
Ultimate Warrior is in that match.
Jesus Christ.
Well, now I just need to see.
Besides DDP and Stevie Ray, well, they were all fucking big-time WWE guys. Although I guess Luger was both. He was probably more WCW. I watched his biography. That was actually really good. I instantly deleted the Bella Twins one and Rey Mysterio. Like, didn't
That
even
makes sense. I would probably
I have no interest whatsoever.
I have all of those on my DVR to watch. I don't think I'm watching Bella Twins or Rey Mysterio. Did you watch the WrestleMania one yet?
No, that I haven't watched. But the Luger one was really good. I didn't watch Goldberg either. That I think I still have. I'm like, kind of, but like Luger one was really interesting because they talked a lot about stuff before like wrestling and like his personal life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So interesting. I'm just looking at the Fall Brawl 98 card.
Did Goldberg have a match?
He did not.
Hope. How do you not have Goldberg have a match? Like, just have him squash somebody.
So this was the card. Tag team match opens the show, which this tag team match, it's a 9-match card. This was the 4th longest match on the entire card. The Dancing Fools, Alex Wright and Disco Inferno lost to the British Bulldog and Jim Neidhart.
This was 98? Oh, I guess
1998.
What year? Oh, fall of 98.
Fall of 98.
They were still there after the screw job.
Yep. Then for the TV title, in a minute and 15 seconds, Chris Jericho defeated Goldberg by submission. It was an impersonator.
Was it Dwayne Gill?
Should have been. Let's see. We have Ernest Miller defeating Norman Smiley.
Wow, what a match. The Cat versus Norman Smiley.
That was 5 minutes. In 5.5 minutes, we have Rick Steiner fought Scott Steiner to a no contest. Had Scott Steiner refused to wrestle his brother, he would have been permanently banned from WCW.
Wow. So I'm guessing he had turned heel by then.
Yes. We have for the Cruiserweight title, Juventud Guerrera defeating something called a Silver King.
Interesting.
In a Ravens Rules match,
Ooh.
the 2nd longest match on the card. Saturn defeated Raven in a Ravens Rules match.
It's like an O'Doyle Rules match.
See, we have in a random match by disqualification, Dean Malenko defeating Kurt Hennig.
That could have been really good.
And the match,
6 minutes.
The match before the main event, Conan defeated Scott Hall by submission. He made Scott Hall tap.
That's really just not good booking.
I'm
looking at the page and the poster doesn't make any sense.
Is that Goldberg and Sting?
Yeah. They weren't on the show.
Sting was.
Goldberg and Sting didn't have a match on the show.
Not with each other.
Why would that be your fucking... I love how it just says Goldberg impersonator. They don't even like link who the guy was. Like they just have no idea who it was. Just the guy in a Goldberg mask or something, some shit.
I stupid. This was also the first time ever that in a War Games match pinfalls were allowed.
Really? I know you had to submit. Because I remember before fucking Booker T and Stevie Ray got their names, they were fucking in a match, and Kane and Cole, I forget who was who, but Booker T was the one who gave up. Kane and Cole, Harlem Heat.
Awful. Not as bad as Kane the Undertaker.
I'm trying to... Who the fuck was it? Come on. Show me who was who. Booker T was Cole. K-O-L-E. Cole.
Hate that.
All right. Well, we missed 2 weeks. We're still right around an hour and 45 minutes, so that's perfect.
We would have been like an hour and 20 had I not gone on that little tangent about Halloween Havoc. Or I'm sorry, Fall Brawl.
Yeah. We should be back next week. I think I have a dentist appointment at like 12. Yeah, so we'll probably be around 3 o'clock.
Sounds good.
So see you guys later.
Bye.